Why do tourists like to visit LA? Well, there are a lot of fascinating things to see there with popular attractions, and that is why people like to visit the Getty Museum. In the Getty Museum, with the collection that is on display, you're able to discover different types of paintings that were from the pre-20th century. First, the reason why I chose this topic was because of the history behind it. And I was able to visit this museum back in middle school for an extra credit assignment. At that time, I didn't have no knowledge on art, but once I walked out of the museum, I was able to get some knowledge out of it. And I've been researching this topic already for a few weeks now. Relevance Newswire's October 3, 2019 stated that for some of the sculptures, what they symbolized was that the angel was trying to tell Virgin Mary that she was pregnant and she was going to have Jesus. So today I'm going to be revealing you guys some information on the Getty Museum. First, I'm going to be discussing the origin of it. Second, what it's known for, and the features and landscapes of it. So let's get to it. So for the origin, J. Paul Getty was the one that founded this museum. Well, first, it was a ranch house that he had, and he decided that he wanted to convert that into a museum with all those acres that were right there. And I felt like that was a good idea because right there he was able to build a legacy. So he was able to bring art pieces into the museum. And Los Angeles Times 2013 stated that a bulk of his art collection was donated. So this was constructed for a reason. He wanted to increase public access to art in his museum. So what he did was he started bringing knowledge into the art world. So now that we're done talking about the origin, let's preview what it's known for. So what distinguishes it from other museums is its authenticity. And that's what Los Angeles Times 1989 stated, that what made these type of paintings strange was that they were mostly authentic. And right here at this museum, what you are able to get out of it is that it has an inviting atmosphere and where you are able to witness beautiful skyline views from all over LA. And the sculptures are what make it important, and that is because they're rare masterpieces that were from the Middle Ages. So with the sculptures that are outside, what they are able to do is that they're able to create an outdoor art experience. So now that we're done talking about what it's known for, let's preview the features and landscapes of it. So what the artists were trying to do is they were trying to find ways in finding form on the paintings. And so by doing that, they were able to layer color and create objects out of it. And that's what Los Angeles Times 2017 stated. The sculptures were able to be out of pedestals and the art was being wrapped in crates. So now let me show you a visual of the Getty Museum. So right here, as you can see, this is the outside of the Getty Museum. You can see right here different types of plants and that sculpture right there, the white one. So first, I'm going to talk about those glass windows right there on top. So what those glass windows offer is that with the sunlight from outside, it is able to come inside to the interior and brighten up the room for all those paintings that are right there. And then as you can see, that white sculpture right there, that is a boy that is holding up a frog. Yeah, so he's holding up a frog right there. And this was created by a 3D model. And it's made out of fiberglass, but people aren't able to get close up to it due to the material of it. So you're only able to get up to 10 feet close to it to take a photo of it. So this visual was installed in 2008. And right after that, it quickly became a popular outdoor sculpture. And what they did was that the Punta della Laguna Museum, they thought about that sculpture and they wanted to bring it into their museum in Italy. So they were able to get that into their museum. And with the walls feature right there is copied from the Via de Papyrus, and the buildings they're made out of concrete and steel, as you can see, and with travertine. So, yeah. So now that we're done talking about the features and landscape, we're here on the conclusion. So for the conclusion, you could see that this was an amazing museum with where you are able to witness paintings inside, sculptures, the gardens that are outside, where you're able to relax and enjoy the scenery. So you could take up like a whole day off and just enjoy the views right there with your family. And that's what the museum has to offer, which is why a lot of people like to come to it. So today I was able to talk about the origin of it, second, what it was known for, and third, the futures and landscapes. So I definitely think this is a good place for people to tour around because you're able to transition to the art world